Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches Round 9. And if you'd like to post on Instagram the same sketch, hashtag 30DSCBL9. And this is the sketch for today. Mine's going to be a little close and a little different, but I want to have a lot of photos, so there will not be as much embellishment as usual. Oh, and I forgot to mention that this sketch is by Allison Davis. And I'm going to scrap all those photos there. I'm not going to lay any aside. Not this time. And I'm only going to use one of those film strips. I'm going to change my mind on that. And then I forget the doily till I already have things down and decide that I will just leave it off too. I'm going to use those dies there for my title. One is Close to My Heart, block letters. One is a Tim Holtz, and one is a Maggie Holmes die, the one that's together. And I'm going to use that Recollections paper pad that is very old. And I was gifted a long time ago by Letty. That punch, I picked it out because I wanted the little flowers to kind of peek through the holes on there. My uh, embellishments there, those dies over there on the left, die cuts on the left, because I already cut them out. They have arrows on them, and one is in a circle. And these photos are from a fundraiser, uh, a walk, and of course you have the path, the route to walk on, and it kind of circles around, and there's signs that tell you where to go so you don't go the wrong way. And so I wanted something with arrows, and I first started to use arrows, and then I remembered those dies and that they had arrows on them, and of course the circle one, so I decided to use them instead on my layout. My daughter is the one in charge of running these walks, and so different ones of the family have participated at one time or another. And then there's a few of us that are there all the time, whether we walk or not. The last few years I haven't walked, but I take lots of photos every time. And this one has a couple that's already been scrapped, like my grandson's airing up the hot air balloons. Well, hot air balloons, they're not hot air balloons, they are helium ones. And then another, like one of them letting them off into the air. One with the clown. And I'm thinking one more. I think one with dancing. So this one is just like, you know, a last page to it. And one with a whole bunch walking and uh, yeah, when they first took off. You can see their feet in that photo that I'm just now putting on there in the background. But well, no, you can see their whole bodies. You can see their whole bodies. I do have their whole bodies in there, but they're very tiny. And it's certainly not the whole bunch that we're walking. It's just a little fraction of it. I am only, like I said, using one of those film strips. I'm going to adjust it to make it fit. And that one that's longer than the others, I did have to cut it down just a little bit. I planned on that though. I knew I was going to have to cut it down. So I left it the length that it was to start with, because all the rest are the same size. And I knew I could adjust one to make everything fit. Really, all I'm using is the outside part of it, because I didn't cut them to fit in those little tiny, yeah, tiny little openings. I made them just a little bit bigger. And I do have two more up there because I was trying to get everyone that was actually there from my immediate family that time. And uh, so that's why I have as many as that I do. I wanted to get everybody on here. And if y'all notice that I'm using purple, it's because our shirts were purple. Even though they don't look it. A couple of the photos that even look really blue, but they're purple. Take my word for it. I've worn my shirt a bunch from that year, and yeah, they are purple. For that walk, it had rained all night. I think that's why the grass looks so very green. But it is springtime. And we were so thankful it had quit before everything got started. I thought about using that film strip and adjusting it, but then I changed my mind. And instead of taking the white off and making it match the photos on the other side of the page, I decided to leave the white on and mat this one opposite of what the one on the other side of the page are. Since I was going to lay it right down on top of the other film strip. Well, the only film strip now. I am putting this photo up on foam tape to add, a little dimension. There isn't going to be a whole super lot of dimension on this layout. Um, oh, I need to tell you about the title. The place that my daughter works is called UCAN, and it stands for United Cancer Associated Network. And so the initials sound like you can. So you can do it together. That's why I didn't put we can do it together, even though we're all walking and in on it together. But I put the you can do it together. And I'm cutting a couple of these die cuts apart and having them come out from under things. Well, one thing, they were kind of on the big side to fit were the places I had left by the time I put everything together. And y'all may have noticed I didn't do the frame square looking thing on the other side. I had another sheet of that floral paper, and I probably could have, but I decided to save it and just use one sheet. Like I said, there is uh, other photos, and I think I've scrapped them all, but I want to double check, so I went ahead and saved it. I think it's a second double page layout this month, and I think those two were the only two for the month. I don't think there's any more for the rest of the month. So if there isn't, at least I got two done. Um, let's see, I've got two more die cuts to put on, and then the butterflies. And the butterflies, there was a sheet of butterflies, and I just fussy cut all them out. And I'm just going to kind of scatter them on the layout. Well, on the geometric white die cut, so they'll show up better. But while I'm doing that, I want to mention that down there below you'll find the links to everybody else that are doing the 30 days of sketches with Christy round 9. Now, everybody's not going to be doing it the same every day, but there will be a bunch that are. There's quite a few. I'm surprised at how many. And the ones that aren't are going to do it the days that they can. So the links will all be down there below. And if you have not joined in, you really should. They get you out of your comfort zone, and they're all cute. I mean, they are awesome sketches. She picked some really good ones. She always does, though. And yeah, try a couple of them out. You can post them on Instagram with hashtag 30DSCBL9, or you can put them in the Facebook group, and it's Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. And the link should be down there below. But back to my layout. Oh, I put foam tape under all the butterflies, and I'm adding some liquid glue to the ones that have both wings open. And the liquid glue is just going to go in the center so that it will look like their wings are kind of flapping or flipping or raised up on the sides. And that they have some dimension. And there's a couple of dragonflies in there too, so a little bit of variety there. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun on this 30 days. Well, what day is today? Maybe day 10, 11, somewhere around there. Yeah, yeah, I've had fun for this many days. So we're like a third done with the month. So like around 20 left to go, 19, 20, somewhere around there. But like I said, if you haven't joined in, join in and have some fun. And yeah, I think I'm done with it except putting the sprinkles on there. And I'm using Dilutions white, linen white. And I'm just going to sprinkle it in a couple of places. I won't be putting it all over the whole thing. I've got way too many pictures to try to cover them up to keep from sprinkling them on there. So it's just going to go wherever I can manage to get it to go this time. And then that will be it. I will be done with my layout. So a 2 page, for a 2 page, this was pretty quick. And the reason I use that dilutions is because it's pretty opaque. I do have some Heidi Swap color shine that's white, and it just kind of dissolves into whatever I put it on. And yeah, see, this shows up pretty good. But if you leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, of course, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. But yeah, there's my 2 pages and the sketch right up there at the top. And those butterflies are really pretty. They're embossed. They are on the shiny side, which isn't my favorite thing, but they're still really pretty. And I love the embossing. And there's one of the dragonflies. And one, his wings got clipped a little bit. I cut him off from the side. And so if you notice one's wings are a little shorter, I adjusted the others to match. And there's one of those that's on the side. So it does not have any liquid glue with it. And don't you just love those geometric shapes? I've had them for several years and I don't use them near enough. But yeah, the idea behind that is because of all the signs with all the arrows and going in a circle to get back where they started from. And there's my adjusted film strip with my little photos that seem small enough to me. And yeah, that's the end of my layout. But if you want to try it, don't forget you can post on Instagram or in the Facebook group. And you'll love the Facebook group. You really need to join that. But I hope y'all have a happy, scrappy week, that you have fun on the hop, and try some of the sketches. I'm mentioning it again because I just don't want y'all to miss out on the fun. And let's see, I think that's it. Bye.